So, bro, tell us, how much money did you make last month?
I made $11,000 last month.
That's crazy, bro. That's huge. Alright, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're sitting down with Yann, who is a member of my private community, Faceless Success. He's absolutely crushing it with his Faceless AI YouTube channel. He doesn't show his face, he's not recording any videos for himself, and just through smart strategy systems, he's been able to achieve some serious results. So, if you ever thought about making money on YouTube without becoming a public figure, this episode is for you. So, let's get started. I have a few questions for you, but before that, do you want to do a little introduction of yourself? Tell us about yourself. What do you do for a living besides YouTube? Because obviously YouTube's like something you started doing very recently. Did you try any other online business models before YouTube automation?
Yeah, so before YouTube, it was just before the COVID, 2018. Yeah, actually end of 2018, started dropshipping. And from dropshipping, so trying different products sold on Facebook with Facebook ads, I discovered one huge product where there was almost no competition. And I started to transform it into a brand. And I forgot the numbers, but it started to do like 10K months and stuff like this. And then COVID hit and I lost everything. Also working with the wrong people and stuff like this. So after the COVID, like it was awful. Lost everything. Started again. I mean, my regular job and stuff like this. And from there, took me like it was 2021 till it fell off, and till like 3 years, till 24, to come back to online business, YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you did try drop shipping, but you didn't see like a serious success over there. So YouTube automation, was it your second business model after trying Shopify?
Yeah, because of the COVID on my production, so I can tell it was menstrual panties. This is something that really started. It's a very good product. But my production, I started in China. I was consulting Turkey and also Portugal to make it in Europe. COVID period, like every factory was closed. My production was bad, and from there I lost like everything. While the business, the product, everything was good. It's just no luck, and from there I couldn't start it again.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you started AI YouTube automation, how long did it take before you saw your first signs of success?
I guess it was end of June when I started, June 24. In August, I switched to shorts, having nice stats, but still in the 10K gel. And end of August, I started this AI shorts channel. And mid-September, it was monetized and already making millions of views. So yeah, that was great.
So in on average, you could say that it took you almost 4 or 5 months, or maybe like 5, 6 months, I would say, before you actually started like earning serious money. Is that correct?
Yeah, let's say like 3, 4 months. Even though it was not serious money, but I mean, I made 5K with this channel over 2 months and a half. So it's not big money, but still having my job aside, it was cool. And I saw I could make money online with YouTube.
So technically, it's your first sign of success. So basically, guys,
Yeah, yeah.
this is what I keep telling you guys. Like, if you jump into a new business model, right? It may take you a few months before you actually start seeing the first proof of concept, right? And a proof of concept doesn't mean that you start making like $10,000 a month right away. It's not like on the 6th month there's like a secret vault that unlocks and it gives you the key to get access to $10,000 a month. This is not how it works. Yann's currently doing 10,000 months. He just did his first $10,000 month. It took him like almost a year to actually reach this point. He did see his first sign of success within the first few months, which is insane, by the way. $5,000 is not like, something to be taking lightly. But what you should do is, once you start on a business model, you actually have to lock in and work until you find your first proof of concept. So that's why you start with something smaller, and then once you have that first, you could say, taste of YouTube AdSense money, then you have a proof of concept and you're like, okay, yeah, this actually works. So now I just have to replicate the same thing again and again. And obviously with Yann, it's like he just evolved into doing AI stories. He kept at it, and then now we have a success story in front of us. Okay, that's awesome, man. So how about we just start switching to actually giving people what they came for? Tell them about your niche, and you don't have to exactly show us your channels or your exact competitor channels. You can tell us about, let's say, what type of content you're doing. You could say, how did you come across this specific niche and how did you plan on starting this channel? So, and what inspired you to start this launch in this specific niche?
In December, I remember I called you saying like to have your mentorship because I wanted to come back to long form. And also I entered Elevate with Golden Hand. Then you were busy, but early December you were open to like still answer, early January, sorry, open to answer some questions also about AI channels and things like this. And so I started to see those channels where it was like a millionaire fell in love with an obese woman. So I don't like that. So I didn't want to do this, but still I saw the process and how it works. I've tried that still to see like the process, how to make videos, publish them to see if it gets traction. But it was not my thing. Where I got success is it's mostly on a niche transfer. So I found these channels about racism against blacks in the US. And I use this topic to transfer it to another type of population and another language. I'm alone in my niche, still alone, I guess. And doing so, I got success quite quick. So this channel I tried first in English, didn't pick up that much, but I was like, why do I do it in English? Like it's not the language of the target really. Sometimes chasing the highest RPM is not the solution. I mean, especially for me, as it was my beginning in that type of niche. And so I decided to translate my content so it's in Spanish. And from there, published the first video. And on the fifth or sixth video, got my first outlier, and it made like 600,000 views within 5 days. Almost I lost all the views, the time to be monetized. I guess there is a good like 4K left with this channel.
Congratulations, man. That's huge. So, guys, Yann talked about the niche transfer method, and if you really want to know what that is, what it basically means is that you basically see your YouTube channel doing good, and it doesn't really matter if they have competition or not. If you think that their video format can be basically transferred over to another niche, so your audience can be entirely different. So, let's say if I see someone doing videos about criminals in a specific city, I can just basically take that concept and I can change the city's name. So I can do another different city, same video format, and then my audience is going to be from a different city, but still audience watching my content, right? So if a format is proven to work in a specific niche, you don't really have to do the exact same thing for the exact same audience. In Yann's case, he just applied the transfer method, but he also made his content in Spanish in a different language, which basically meant the inspiration channel that he had, they were doing English, right? So their audience must have been American or other like English speaking communities. But he basically did Spanish, which basically meant that now he's also getting views from Spain, Mexico, and he's also getting views from the Spanish community in the US, which is amazing, right? So do not sleep on different languages. It's not like you can only do English content. It doesn't matter wherever you are in the world. You can target any language and you don't really have to be actually living there, because you can literally just be anywhere in the world and you can create content for any specific community. And the YouTube algorithm is really smart. It's smart enough to identify the target audience, and it is actually going to serve that content to that audience. Okay. So that is amazing, bro. You started something in Spanish and you're already like scaled to 10K a month. Amazing. So my next question would be, what's your current workflow? So let's say, imagine like you wake up every day, now you want to do video. So what's your workflow from, let's say, from the initial idea to uploading the final video? How does that look like? What tools do you use? If you want to tell everyone, if you have any secret method to get more views, tell us about everything.
The niche transfer method, what's nice with it is that, especially when you change the language, you have a giant pool of channels, outlier videos to pick up. So I start from these successful channels, putting the most popular videos, just copying the transcript into a Word file. Then I was using ChatGPT o1, but since they stopped it, I moved to Claude, and it's the same process. So I fed Claude this outlier transcript. I ask Claude, it's a very basic prompt, like no magic, like change this to this, change the language obviously to Spanish, change the city and some other little things. And then it gives me, it's a copy, it's not 100% translation, which I guess makes it still a little different. Get the inspiration from the thumbnail, obviously, and redo it with the population on targeting. So for this, I use free pick myself, as I can retouch also the pictures within free pick. I saw for my case on this channel, I have better results with free pick than with ideogram, but I use also ideogram for other purposes. Then CapCut. 11 Labs, sorry, first. Yeah, 11 Labs. I decided to go with a high quality voice on this one in Spanish. CapCut, little FX, this type of AI channels, captions, and that's it. So the process is quite quick. The most time spent is actually researching new outliers, as I burnt every outlier of the pool. So now what I'm doing is that I look for within the new videos of these channels, which video within the past week got maybe 20K views within 2 days, 30K views within 3 days. Maybe they will die there, maybe not, but 1, 2, 3 days after they are published, I'm already on these stories and making my own twist, transferring them to my niche. And it works quite good. Yeah.
Awesome. So you mentioned the word outliers again and again. So those of audience who are watching, they have no idea what an outlier is. Could you explain to our audience what do you mean by an outlier?
Yeah, so basically, it's the most popular videos of each of these channels I get inspiration from. Simply on the channel, you rank them by most popular, and you will see usually these channels have like already 3, 4, 5, 6 months of existence. So you may see 10 to 15 videos over 100K views. So I started with these videos, and obviously now that I rinsed them, I'm looking for the new ones. So these are the new outliers that appeared to get a push within the last week. So I look at videos that get at least like 10K day and go from there.
Perfect. So guys, basically, yeah, what Yan explained is that an outlier basically means that, let's say if you have a channel that's been running for 4 or 5 months, right? They usually get like 5,000 views on average. So let's say a video doesn't perform, ends up getting stuck at 1,000 views, and then the next day a video gets like boom 10K or 100K. So those videos in between that basically get like more than usual views, they're known as outliers. So you want to look for channels that have recently published outlier videos, because that's a sign of a healthy channel and a healthy niche, which basically tells you that there's still demand in that niche. Okay, people are still clicking on that content, it's getting to a wider audience. So these are, you could say, signals that you can follow. These are positive signals that basically tell you that you can launch in this niche. Okay, so my next question would be, are you still involved in the day-to-day operations, or have you outsourced the whole thing, or have you outsourced any part of it, or are you still doing everything yourself?
Still doing everything myself mostly. So with shorts, I try to outsource. I'm not very good at it, so this is my fault. Also, I saw so VAs are mostly in the Philippines, the one I've worked with. I forgot if in India actually, because it's been a while. But let's say there was like a cultural difference, and so I saw with shorts to have something that really targets the American audience. There was something lacking, and here obviously I needed like it to perform, so I do it myself. Also, I choose quality over volume. So on this channel, it's just one video a day, so it's super easy. It takes me from half an hour to an hour and a half, like really depending if I have a lack of videos. So I create also new ideas. I just don't rely on outliers. Obviously, the hardest part is the thumbnail, because sometimes you want it to perform, like super important thumbnail plus title. Sometimes you have to spend like half an hour on a thumbnail because the AI doesn't give you the right results and all that stuff. And also Claude sometimes is messing up. You have to ask it again and again, like he forgot something. Yeah, I can manage it. And once you reach such numbers, you're not bothered at all to manage a channel like this. But obviously, if I want to scale, I will have to go back to outsource some things. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, basically, ideally, you would want to be at a point where you have everything outsourced. But what I've seen so far in my experience is that people who basically master a specific trade or specific skill for creating a video, publishing videos and running successful channels, is that if they master like a certain skill. So let's say if you personally like doing thumbnails, or you personally like doing editing, and you still do that yourself, or maybe you hire someone and work closely with them, and they outsource all of it, like the rest of it. I've mostly seen that those kind of people usually get more successful, and they're able to scale much faster than someone who basically just likes to throw money at people without actually building a system first. I mean, obviously it's called YouTube automation, so you technically want to automate each and everything. But I think how good it would be if you actually love doing something and you get paid for it, like paid for it yourself. You're not answerable to anyone. You're doing that same task every day, and if you really like enjoy doing it, then why not do it yourself, right? And I've also come across people who basically have multiple channels. and then they have like one specific channel where they're emotionally like attached to that channel, and they still do like the thumbnails or ideation or editing for that channel themselves, and then the rest of the channel are basically like autopilot. So that's just really good to hear that you're still hands on, but I am assuming that you are planning to outsource everything, right? So yeah, we have a few more questions, I would say. I've already asked you how you do your research. I've already asked you the ideation part. Have you already scaled to more than one channels? And if yes, then how do you manage them?
So what we saw together, actually, like I asked you, so my videos are mostly like 25 to 30 minutes. And I remember asking you like, hey, because you talked about it, I guess on X or something like this, if the audience for 1 hour videos is different from 20 to 30 minutes, can I just make a copy of my channel? And so you said yes, of course. So that's what I started to do. Obviously, it didn't work that good. I don't know why. So is there no audience in that niche for longer videos? Also, maybe from my first experience, my first channel got monetized so quick that I lost so much money within the 5 day frame that on this new channel, I bought subscribers. And it's still like, did it kill my channel or is just there was no audience? But doing that same channel in with 1 hour videos, like a copy, just asking for longer scripts. Also, I got bored and I felt like I would lose my concentration on the first one. So I decided to stop. And now I'm launching new channels, still with the niche transfer idea, because in fact, I liked it. I said earlier that when I saw the millionaire with obese women and stuff like this, I didn't like this type of stories. Still don't like it. I will not do it unless I outsource fully. But this process of niche transfer, like it's been 2 months I run my channel. I'm not tired at all. So fits me. That's what fits me. And I'm launching new channels with this process right now.
Makes sense. Okay, perfect. So I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, I have an important question for you. Were there any major failures or setbacks, and how did you overcome them?
So major failures. I mean, it's my fault and not my fault. I don't know is it what to explain that first with short starting mid-October. So I wanted also to scale, open more channels, like zero view gel, zero view gel, zero view gel. Everything was like bad until mid-December. I had to change my computer. So also I have the Wi-Fi of my neighbors. And I was like, look, new computer, new Wi-Fi. Hopefully I will get out of that problem. Yeah, just getting started with AI stories. I was not successful because I was like, I didn't like this type of stories. I didn't really know how many videos you have to publish to get some traction, new computer or not. So I was still feeling like, damn, do I still have this zero view problem or low impressions? But until a month later with shorts, I finally had like some success. I was like, okay, let's do it again with AI stories. And it worked. Even my English channel that I started and stopped because it was not the right audience got traction like super quickly, just bad commentaries. And when I restarted the same channel on the same YouTube account, but on the same Gmail account, but new channel, it worked. So yeah, the really big issue I had is obviously zero view gel, low impressions and stuff like this. And so many people get that, and it's breaking your mind. You're like, what's up with me? Why it doesn't work? Yeah, sometimes you have to switch IP, switch your computer. Obviously, ideation is a big part of the problem also. If you're in a competitive niche, you may not get traction as quickly as a new niche. That's where I got like a lot of problems.
Yeah. I mean, guys, like you have a live example right in front of you. What I've seen people do is that they start on a specific business model or they start on a specific niche. They give up like on day three, but you're hearing my guy trying for months and months. His short channels failed. He like lost multiple channels. Yet he went on to actually get a new Wi-Fi connection. He went on. He went out of his way to get a new computer. Have you ever heard of someone like do go to like this extent and actually make sure that they're doing everything that they can in their capacity to actually counter those problems? I mean, I'm not asking you to actually go get a new computer, because technically you could make use of your resources and still achieve success, but you have a live example in front of you. You basically have to be really really resilient, and you never have to give up. I mean, he did say that, he did go through like these phases, and I'm sure like a lot of you have the same problem as well. And I'm sure that Yann also went through phases of self-doubt and why this is not happening. Like, why can I not do it? But he's like probably one of the most persistent people that I personally know. So good job, bro. Really amazing.
Thank you. But one thing I can add about this also, the mistakes, it's like you have to admit that you need luck also with YouTube, as you can't master any element of what's happening within the YouTube algorithm, within, we talk about trust score and all that stuff. At some point, like you do your best, there's some stuff that is out of your hands. And it's tricky when you do a business, you'd like to control everything. But YouTube doesn't allow you to do this. You ask the support, they will answer you like some bullshit. And so you have to admit you need luck also, like not giving up, but also admitting as you can't control everything, still go and publish, and that's it.
And guys, I know that luck does play a part in everything, but it does play a part in every major thing in your life. Like everything that you do in your life, luck always plays a part. And I see people complain like we got unlucky with our channels. We make great content, but most of the time when I come across their content, it's trash. Okay, let's be honest. Luck does play a part, but you need to control the factors that you can control. Yann lost a few channels, right? He got shadow banned in a few channels. He went through 0 view jail, but he kept doing it again and again and again. So the odds were basically stacked in his favor at the end of the day. So it's all a probability game, if not all. So let's say if it's 50% luck, it's also 50% your own effort, because let's say if he still kept doing like channels again and again, but his content was trash, nobody would be watching. He got like 600K views in the first few days. Like if a lot of people are watching this content, there has to be something that's actually desirable for those people to watch, right? So luck does play a factor, but you actually have to be sure that you control that factor, just that you can actually control yourself as well. So Yan, let's say that someone's watching this video right now and they've been like researching this business model for, I don't know, a few days. They've seen like some people flex their YouTube play buttons and their earnings. But they're still not quite sure because they have been either scammed before online, or they've heard like bad things about online businesses or YouTube automation. What would you say to someone who's still like skeptical about faceless YouTube?
Yeah, so definitely this business model works. There is no doubt about it. Yeah, you have to take care. I mean, there are a lot of communities within Discord, and should have to say, it's one of the best. And guys, if you want like the best of the best for AI, like join Elevate and Saying both. Like, don't look. You will get the most sauce. Another thing is that as soon as you have a little success, you will see that the money you make per hour worked, let's say. So I saw this with my first Shorts AI channel. Like I was working an hour and I was making 100 euros. So it's more than any job. The thing is that ups and down with the YouTube model until you have enough channels to balance the highs and lows. Keep your job, or if you don't have a job, like go into YouTube automation till you make your first money, and you will see it's worth it. And once you make your first money, be on I don't know if this video will be on YouTube, I guess so, but go on X, search for the communities, Saim's profile, Golden, and you will see a lot of other guys that give like real good advices on for free on X. It will help you get help started. That's the best thing to do, yeah, if you want to quit a 9 to 5 job, start your own business.
Awesome. What beginner mistakes should people avoid when they're starting out?
Yeah, giving up too soon, obviously. What's hard as a beginner? I don't complain about the guys asking for the niche all the time, and when you have a successful channel, all that stuff. But obviously, you have first to understand what's a good niche. So spend time to understand the niches, what's good, what's bad. Because if you're in the right niche, usually even with not the best content, you will already like get views and all that stuff. So don't give up. Spend some time on niche research. If you have a little money, like buy subscribe to some tools like TubeLab, 1 of 10. If you don't know where to start to look at, join communities like with the one with Sam. Eliminate calls. So even if you're a beginner, Sam will answer the call. It will tell you, maybe it will give you a niche to start with. So that's the best thing to do. Like keep on posting videos. Don't give up. Find guys that will give you some good information.
Awesome. And the final question, I think everyone's been waiting to hear this. Uh, how much money did you make on your most recent channel? And how much do you think it's going to make next month?
Yeah, so got monetized the 25th of March. So within a week, it made 1,300 at the end of the March month. 10K euros, 10K euros. So it might be like 11 something K dollars in April. 3 days in May, it's a little more than 1,000. Oh no, 4 days in, 1,600 right now. And so hopefully, I don't know, it all depends. Like, I was lucky. I always had outliers like 2 weeks after the first one. So I have a very consistent revenue. And hopefully, if I keep on like this, maybe not 10K this month because AI channels are like harder to sustain, but at least 8K. Like, I guess I will do 8K this month.
That's awesome, bro. Alright, Yann, thank you so much for giving us your time and revealing all the sauce for our viewers. If you want to plug anything, if you want to shout anything out, you can do that right now, and then we just wrap the whole thing.
So first thing first, I was thinking I forgot someone here. So shout out to Myron because Myron, we got the same struggles. He started a little earlier, the AI stories, and seeing him getting his first outlier, also it helped me like, okay, let me push through it. And obviously, big up Saim, big up Golden Hand. All the guys within the shorts also that helped me. And yeah, I could start from Phed because of shorts also. Bendi, Igor, great community for shorts. Yeah, thanks everyone also like in the Discords, everyone is helping each other. So big up everyone in the communities on X, everyone sharing informations. It's super helpful.
These are some really great people Ian just talked about. I really admire these guys. So you're gonna find the links to all these people, their socials and their stuff, all that they do in the description of the video. You're gonna find Yann's X profile link in the description as well, so you can go check him out, follow him in his journey, and see what he's doing, learn from him, and try and replicate the same thing. Before we wrap up, for those watching, if you want to skip the learning curve and join a private community where we actually teach all of this step by step, just check out the link in the description. We run a community called Faceless Success where we actually help people like Yann, people like you to actually quit their 9 to 5 and then do this full time. Okay. So yeah, thank you so much, man. And yeah, let's
Yeah, you're
wrap
welcome.
this up.